All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender, or LGBT people, are still being subjected to discrimination and acts of brutal violence, torture, kidnapping, even murder. In 76 countries, same-sex relationships are criminalized in violation of basic rights. These abuses must end.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, probably allies, but I'm not sure about the other A and the B.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. That's all I know.
Lesbian, gay, bi, trans, questioning, queer, intersexual, asexual, pansexual.
I remember from as young as I was able to be aware of issues surrounding sexuality, probably because of my parents' influence, feeling pretty comfortable discussing sexuality and with people's sexuality, so I don't feel like there's been a major change in my perception, at least not one that I can remember.
Well, I grew up in San Francisco, so I don't really know any difference of LGBTQ people. At my school, they teach us to be accepting to people that are LGBTQ.
I'd say I've always had like an awareness about it because my mom would talk about it a lot. She worked a lot in like the fashion industry in like the height of the AIDS epidemic in San Francisco. So it had a really big influence on her, like a lot of her friends died. I've always been kind of aware, and I'm grateful for that.
There's still a lot of issues that need to be resolved, things about bullying, things about healthcare, things about still marriage issues that need to be worked out in various states. So the work is certainly not done, and that's why these organizations are important.
Because they help the community.
I think it's important that there are allies and organizations that are actively working to change laws and like social patterns and mentality to create more acceptance.
Physical bullying and violence still do take place. They're certainly not as common as they were 20 years ago, and I think now, but I think still people are struggling as far as being out in the workplace with their families.
Difficult for young people to come out of the closet and stuff about the way they feel.
I think violence is a huge issue, especially for transgender people. There's a lot of violence still, and I think that's also just like, that's like for me one of the biggest issues, because it's not, I mean like obviously like being able to get legally married and show your love and stuff like that is very important, and you know, verbal harassment is equally harming, but just like straight up violence is just really clearly damaging, and it's still a really prevalent problem, and it's important for people to feel safe identifying as who they are.